All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and Ellsbury Millstone who are well, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing the word in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai all over the earth with sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin, coming at you with another camp. And yeah, man, so 2024 is heating up. You know, a lot of things are being revealed right off the bat. You know, one major thing is this immigration, they call it an invasion route pipeline from Ecuador all the way up to the United States. And the thing about it is that it's nothing but a ploy for the elites to take control of more and more of the countries along the on the globe, Slovakia, you know. And America isn't the only country that has a pipeline. You have pipelines going up through Europe, through Turkey to France and Germany and Spain as well. You know, so what we're seeing is this global migration isn't by chance. This global migration is about control, man. You know, the elites of society are basically using the migration to break the economic standing of these countries, you know, because they won't be able to take care of more migrants or more citizens than their bank accounts allow. You know, that's the point of a gross domestic product, you know, calculating how much revenue has been generated by various occupations and various industries and trades, man. You know, and you add it to how much money that, you know, your country makes on average, you know. And so what's happening is through something called the Clone-Piven strategy, is that welfare is being overloaded. You know, welfare is going to be overloaded to the point where they're going to have to introduce something called a universal basic income, you know. And the strategy was written and put in place in 1966, you know, by Cloward and Piven, who were Columbia professors at the time, you know. And there was no welfare, generated welfare on more than average in the house until 1970s, man, you know. So basically, it's just a way to overload the system and put everyone on welfare, so that way the government won't be able to afford it, you know. And that way the debt keeps rising, and that way the economy collapses, man. You know, it's a communist strategy. You know, if you ever seen something called the Communist Manifesto, you know, by Karl Marx, it's a communist strategy that's gonna bust everyone down to certain levels, man. And that's how they chop off the middle class. So everyone everyone's on the same level, man. You know, there's not enough resources to go around. So I'm just gonna go into 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter really quick, because when you look at 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter, that's exactly what this mass migration is gonna bring. It's gonna bring sedition among men. You know, it's gonna bring chaos, and that's exactly what they want. They want the order out of chaos, you know, or order through chaos, you know, ordo ab chaos in the Latin, you know. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." Now the thing is that the words that are coming out of the Holy Bible, Holy Scriptures, man, is made up of nothing but prophecies, you know. Now the prophets have been on the street corner since 1969, 1970, man, you know, proclaiming the downfall of the global society, man, you know. And now we're seeing these things being put in fruition, being put in practice, man, you know. And you got these other camps out here still worrying about unity, man, and they don't have anything to say about prophecy. They don't have anything to say about the mark, you know. They don't have anything to say about the global collapse of society. They have nothing to say about, you know, the pestilence and the chaos that's about to ensue on this planet, you know. So for you people out there watching these other camps, man, that aren't Great Millstone, or that, you know, well, I can't really say that, but other camps that don't teach the same doctrine as Great Millstone, you gotta leave those guys alone, man, because they don't have the testimony of prophecy. It's Revelation chapter 19, in verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is a spirit of prophecy. And when you look at the word testimony, you know, that root word there is testes, meaning you have to have some type of testicles, you know, because the scriptures tell you that the kingdom of the Most High is with men, you know. So you have to be a man to testify prophecy in the first place. But these guys aren't testifying prophecy. If they were, they'd be all over the migrant news that's happening right now, man, you know. Because a thing about this migrant news is that America's gonna start getting turned inside out, man. You know, these sleeper agents and these sleeper cells that are coming over, and these UN troops that are coming over from China, India, you know, and all these other countries are leaking into America by way of this pipeline, you know, and that's going to destabilize this place to a point where there's going to be nothing but chaos and sedition. This is back in 2 Corinthians 15:1. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Meaning that these prophecies are going to happen no matter if you like it, believe it, or understand it or not, you know. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, you know. So incredulity means basically stupidity or unbelief, man, you know. So you have Great Millstone and, you know, ones that are affiliated with Great Millstone that teach the proper doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're out on the highways and byways every week and putting up studio shows every day, man, you know, pushing the prophecies, you know. And we're not supposed to be worried about the incredulity of the people. And there's a tidbit in the next verse, because the incredulity of the people is going to lead them to their deaths, man, you know. So we need to worry about what prophecy means for us instead of what prophecy means for everybody else, you know, because it's like it. But yeah, we have to look at what prophecy means for us and not what prophecy means for everyone else, because prophecy is supposed to mean deliverance for us, right? You know, so there should be nothing to be ashamed of. But these guys don't teach prophecy at all because they want the accolades and the instant gratification that comes with speaking smooth words, man. You know, when the Lord commanded us to come out here and speak the words of prophecy, you know. In Isaiah the 14th chapter, man, you know, I'm sorry, Isaiah the 58th chapter, you know, cry aloud and spare not, you know. So we're not supposed to be sparing any excuse not to teach the prophecies, man. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's the point. They don't believe in the prophecy. They don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Fuck them, man. You know, they're all going to die in their unfaithfulness, you know, because the prophets are out there on the corners and out in the streets, you know, and on the internet, in the internet streets, you know, on the highways and byways, you know, teaching the word of the Lord, man. So they have no excuse. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. And that's exactly what, you know, what prophecy has been ringing, man. That plagues are about to come upon the world. You know, this is going to be nothing but chaos in the streets, man. You know, so you got plagues coming upon the world, right? And you read Jeremiah 30th chapter regarding Jacob's trouble. You know, the scriptures say that this is going to be a time like no other time, you know, on the planet in history. You know, so if we're seeing these things happening, why not blow the whistle and teach these things? You know. That's why the scripture says, give them warning from me. This is Jeremiah 30:7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he, meaning the elect, shall be saved out of it. You know? So and you know, Apostle Tahar coined this year through the Spirit, you know, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. You know? And it's gonna start with Jacob first. Because guess what? These migrants that are coming over from Ecuador up to the United States, you do have certain sleeper cells and sleeper agents that are mixed in, you know, sprinkled amongst the migrants. But most of those migrants are Jake, man, you know, Israelites, Northern Kingdom that are coming up for a better life, you know. And once these things start happening and societal collapse starts happening, guess what? Who they're gonna blame, you know, just like, you know, they were blaming Jake a couple years ago. Oh, they're taking our jobs. You know, so now it's going to be, oh, they're bankrupting the system because they're all on welfare, you know. So while the system is collapsing, guess what? There's going to be wars and skirmishes happening amongst the migrants, happening amongst different ethnic groups, you know, in different social classes. So this is going to be a war that's going to be fought on 300 and 360 degrees, man, you know, on U.S. soil and on soils of other countries, you know. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, you know. And another thing is that these migrants are coming over, you know, that are from these other countries, and they're now given police jobs, you know. They're given community they're being given jobs to serve in the community, man. And they hate Jake, you know. But it says the elect shall be saved out of it. So these things that are going to come up the pipeline won't touch the elect, you know. And Lord willing, you know, we're of that number, and the Lord has mercy on us, so that way we can, you know, survive through our salvation, man. You know. It's going back in 2 Ezra chapter 15. It says, 2 Ezra 15:5 says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, and that's going to be a big plague, man. You know, because you can see the sword mounting up almost instantaneously, man. It's hard not to realize it, man. It's hard not to see it, you know. You have North Korea. North Korea is now accusing the United States and South Korea of so-called war tactics, man. You know, in the south of the Korean Peninsula. You know, you still have Ukraine. You still have the war in Syria, man. That hasn't ended yet either, you know. And most of those countries over there are being protected by Russia, you know, which is against the United Nations and NATO and the EU, you know, and America, you know. So you have things that are happening in the world just by way of the Lord of the prophet speaking into existence through the word of the Lord, man, you know. So you have the sword, man, which is war, you know. And also bringing it into America. Guess what these migrant and these UN soldiers are going to bring, man? They're going to bring the sword upon the everyday person in America, you know? That's what this is about. This is about destabilizing a global economy and swooping in with a solution and then creating a new world order out of it, you know? It says, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Now it says famine, right? Now guess what all these migrants are going to bring too? They're going to bring with them diseases, you know. They're going to bring with them, like I said, they're going to be most likely put on welfare, man, you know. And they're going to bring a lot of famine because we don't have enough food. There's not going to be enough food to go around, man. 10 million migrants a year, you know, or 10 million, I think it's like 10 million every 6 months or something like that. I forgot what the exact number that they put up in the invasion documentary, you know. But basically it's something like at least 10 million migrants, man, you know, whether it be yearly or whether it be monthly or whatever, you know. And those people are going to eat up resources, so people are going to start to fight over these resources. It says, and death. It's like a death and destruction. And, you know, and that's going to come right after the sword and famine, you know, because you're going to have people that are going to be, like I said, fighting over resources, man. They're going to be scavenging. They're going to be breaking in each other's houses, you know. That nice man that lives next door with his wife and 8 and 6 kids, he's going to break in your house, man, and steal everything you have to feed his, you know. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. And this is the reason why you have the destruction coming so swiftly to the globe, man, because they exercise themselves in wicked deeds against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, you think the Lord forgot about this alphabet crew? You know, you think the Lord forgot about the Council of 300, the Club of Rome, you know, and all these, and of course the World Economic Forum, you know, Council of Foreign Relations. You think he forgot about all these councils that have done in the darkness, you know? So somebody had to greenlight this invasion, this migrant pipeline, man. You know, somebody had to green light these migrants moving all over the world, you know, and infiltrating these countries, man. You know, there's a bigger picture here, you know, and the elites are sending this message um, as a means to control, right? You know, starting with Amalek, Esau, Edom, you know, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is using the elites for his own purpose, man. You know, and matter of fact, let me grab that here, and just really quick, just because, you know, it's easy, man. It's easy to see where this devil and where these elites are going with the world, man. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? You know, and that wicked, as we know, is a so-called white man. You know, and he covered up the faces of the judges. He covered up the faces of Yahweh Shai, you know, the angels, you know what I'm saying, the disciples, all the prophets, you know, even the whole nation themselves, man. You know, ourselves, you know. But it says the wicked, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Meaning that they've been given control of this place, and they want to keep control of this place. And that's the thing. They don't want to relinquish control to the higher power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, so they're doing everything that they can to keep that foothold in this place, you know. Let's see. So yeah, man, it's all about control and domination, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go here to Proverbs, because like you know, like the scriptures say, they want to keep their dominion. And the thing is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai put that on their spirits, man. You know, because they're working together for his purpose and no other purpose. You know, every idea that he puts in their heads, everything, man. You know, this is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. It says, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. You know, so everything that's been created in this world has been created for the Lord, man. You know, for his purpose. It says even the wicked for the day of evil. And, you know, just broke down how the wicked is Esau, Edom, you know, and how he's been given dominion over the earth. So he exists only for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's purpose, man. That is it, you know. Let's see. Yeah. Proverbs 16, I'll read it again. It says, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil, you know. So, and that's it right there. So this day of evil that's coming up the pipeline, it's funny saying pipeline, because, you know, they have the migrant pipeline, so it's a little inside joke. But everything that's coming up the pipeline is for the Lord's purpose of destabilizing this place, man. You know, of turning this place on its head, so that way this place can be dominated by the Lord, man. And he doesn't have to do this. You know, the Lord doesn't have to systematically break down the global structure, you know, the way he's doing it, you know. But the Lord loves entertainment, man. He loves a fight, you know. He loves theater, you know. Like they say, all wars are theater wars, you know. He loves theater, and this is the theater, man. Because when you go into Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, I'm going to go back to 2nd Ezra 15 in a little bit. But when you go into Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, right, and you go into the Babylon being a golden cup in the Lord's hands, you're starting to see that there is no longer a golden stamp of approval on this place, especially as far as the economic system goes, because everyone is dropping the petrodollar as we speak, you know, and the U.S. dollar is getting weaker and weaker. Now, will they completely abolish the U.S. dollar? Probably not, you know, because it's something that's been that's something that system has been standing on for about, you know, 175 years, you know, starting with the greenback. So, you know, what we see is lining right up with the mark of the beast, man, you know, with the MOTB. Because the currency is being converted as we speak into cryptocurrency, you know, digital currency, you know, with the CBDC, you know, and then you have, you know, the other conversion lists over, you know, converting from Bitcoin, you know, something called US dollar coin, and they created that in 2017 with the whole crypto boom, you know. So they are laying the infrastructure right now for a digital payment system, you know, as if that's going to save this place. But that digital payment system is only a precursor to the mark of the beast, you know? And when that is implemented, that's when all hell's gonna really break loose, man. You know? Because guess what? These people that are coming over from these other countries and getting welfare aid and getting, getting grandfathered into government and community jobs and things like that, they're going to be tagged and bagged, man. You know? Tagged with what? The microchip, you know? Because guess what? They put them all, you get these migrants to come over, and then you put them in all of these community service jobs, you know, these government jobs. The government's going to be the first one to roll out the chip, man, you know? So it's another ploy to chip, it's another ploy to chip Jake, you know? It's another ploy to chip Jake and chip the rest of the community. Hey, Shalom, Yishar, Yah, Bashim, Yashai, Bashim, Kakodash, Bakata, Abata. But yeah, so they want these migrants to come in and ultimately just to chip them all, man. So this whole welfare system, this whole unemployment system that they have is going to crash, and it's going to bring about the era of the digital currency, you know? And it's hilarious because when Babylon was a golden cup in the Lord's hand in the 60s, that's when they concocted this plan. This is Jeremiah 51 in verse 7. I'm going to start at 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. You know, so, and you look at a golden chalice as something that you drink from, right? So that's why the scriptures liken Babylon into a golden cup, because everybody's drinking the Babylon juice, the Kool-Aid, you know, starting with the other nations. You know, the other nations have been drinking the Babylonian Kool-Aid since the 60s, you know, since the roaring 60s. That was America's golden era, golden age, you know. It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So the nations have drunken of the wine throughout history, and now they're mad. And what's the reason why the nations are mad and pissed off at Babylon, man? It's the World Wide Web, you know, the internet, you know, what John Rockefeller said should have never been invented, because he knew that all the secrets were going to be revealed, man. You know, he knew that the skirts of this place are going to be lifted up, and that's why the nations are pissed. You know, you think Russia doesn't remember the Bolshevik rebellion, you know, in World War II, that was started by Vladimir Lenin, you know, with backing from the British and the American governments, you know. You don't think that Russia, they understand that their whole civil war that they had was a coup d'etat, you know? You think Russia forgot about that? You think China forgot about, you think China forgot about that massive debt that you owe them, that you try to pay off with tungsten metals, dusted with gold, you know? And the countless other countries that you've been raping and pillaging, man, and destroying for their resources. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. Now that balm or that ointment is meant to ease the that irritating sensation of being in pain, right? You know, and the pain that America is in, that laceration that America has, is the crippling debt, you know, the crippling debt, and the monetary, the economic system being totally dismantled, man. For example, every year, you know, if you look at the United States debt clock, every year America runs out of money around January 18th, and they always have to go to Congress to ask for more government funds or loans from the Federal Reserve Bank to keep the government rolling, you know. And now, it used to be just America, but now other governments are doing the same thing. So really, this government system that we have isn't even enough to keep up, you know? So let me finish here real quick. It says, forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You know, so America's judgment is lifted up to the skies and laden with iniquity and sin, you know, iniquity upon iniquity upon iniquity, you know, and that's the biggest reason why this place is going to be destroyed, why it's being dismantled the way it is, you know. So with that, you know, I only had a few scriptures, so Lord willing, I can finish this. I can finish this in the house, you know, and do a in-house lesson to finish this out. So with that, you know, hope you Akyam and Akwath were edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You want to give all praises, call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Muslim will, and salutations to the hopeful elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word in the name of the Most High and His Son, in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Abba Abba.